Hey guys, it's Eddie from Jits King Promotions, and I have Chris Z here with me. I was trying to say his last name, but man, what's your last name?
Zamudio.
Zamudio. I got it?
You got it.
Zamudio?
That's it.
It's Mexican last name.
It is.
How you doing, Chris?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, man. Chris is actually the owner of FitFest, and what was the other one?
Wad Wars Fitness Festival.
And what's that stand for?
Workout of the day.
I love that, man.
Wars.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Who came up with that?
I actually had some friends from Ohio come up with it, and they were running an event up there that was similar, and I actually asked them, I'm like, hey, I like that name. We're far away. Do you mind if I use that for an event down here? And yeah, so that's how it
that's
started.
cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. How'd you come up with the idea of FitFest, and how long ago did you guys come up with that idea? Started off like, what's your journey?
Yeah, so like I said, I'm from Ohio, and I was tired of it being cold and stuff like that, and I decided to stray off on my own. I lived in Atlanta for a little bit before I got here. I came down here and I started a gym with a friend, a CrossFit gym, and we just decided to have an event, a competition one day back in 2016, and that was Wad Wars. That grew. And then the next thing I decided to have, I wanted to have one inside, but I didn't want to go small. I didn't want to look at a high school. I was like, I want to do something nice, and so I looked at pretty much every venue in Tampa Bay you could think of. I've been in the Yingling Center, Amalie, the Convention Center. I looked at everything, and I came down to the Convention Center, and I was like, this looks cool. And then they gave me the bill, and I was like, I don't know how I don't know how I could do that. So what happened was I decided to bring in, I was like, okay, this might not work with just CrossFit. Let me talk to some other sports. And so I talked to, a couple other sports and brought them in. And that's kind of how it started. And it was, back then, it was Tampa Bay Strength and Fitness Expo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we had 4 sports, and that was in 2017. And so that's how it started, and then it was growing, and then COVID hit, and then it basically wiped it out. So then, after that, we came back, and I kind of rebranded it because I felt like FitFest, fit more of the idea that I was looking for.
Right.
Yeah, so that's how it started.
Oh, it's pretty amazing. I mean, I've been a part of it for 2 years now. This is going to be our 3rd year, and it's our favorite competition, man. It's awesome, man. We get excited for. My kids get excited for it. In fact, my oldest son is a little mad because he's gone for the summer, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna miss FitFest."
Yeah, man. I mean, I get excited because, I train for FitFest. I'm not competing at anything. I'm just, running the show, but
right.
a lot of my friends are training for it, people that I know. So, I actually tighten up, I kind of watch my diet. I start working out harder because, I'm practicing what I preach, man.
Right,
and,
right.
For me, it's usually I'm in the best shape of the year at FitFest because it motivates me.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Man, that's a crazy amount of equipment. Where the hell do you store that equipment?
Oh man, I have a really good friend at a local company here in Tampa, a really great company called Valor Fitness.
Yeah.
And they're out here in Lakeland too. They have an outlet out here in Lakeland, but their headquarters is in Pinellas Park, Seminole. And he's got a big warehouse, and most of the equipment's his, but he lets me store some of it there. And Jim, the owner, he's basically done a lot for a lot of sports around here: strongman, Olympic weightlifting, CrossFit. He's not only promoting his brand, but he's a really good believer in just helping the fitness community and really giving back and just getting people healthy. So if you ever got a chance to check out Valor Fitness, I mean, great equipment. They're local here to Tampa Bay. It's an awesome place. They got a little bit of everything.
That's pretty neat, man, because that setup is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, you've got ropes. I mean,
yeah.
all the weight. I mean, just the weight You know, I mean, just the weight that's there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, how do you get that stuff over there, man?
We got like 2 semi trucks and a couple Penske's, and then we set up for more time. It takes us more time to set up than the actual event.
Wow.
Yeah.
I believe it too.
Yeah. So that's always fun every year.
That's pretty cool, man. Yeah. This year we're gonna work together. Chris is actually giving us $10,000 for a grand prize for a 16-man bracket. It's 155 pounds now. We were doing it's 175, but most of the applicants that have come through are lighter guys, so we went ahead and changed it. I think it's actually a little bit more exciting to have the lighter guys. You know,
Yeah.
they're more dynamic, man. You know, they're
Yeah,
more
man.
they move more. And we're gonna have a lot of fresh new faces, which is what we, you know,
Yeah.
what our goal is.
No, I love it, man. I mean, I grew up boxing, and you know, I used to love watching the lightweights, man. That's where that's where I lived. The lightweights, the welterweights, like, you know, all those guys would that's who I like to watch. And from my hometown, there's a guy named Boom Boom Mancini.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, man. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I like to watch. But again, this is jiu-jitsu. It's a little different, but regardless, you know, I want to give this area something that they maybe don't have that often. And let's put on a good show. You know, let's let the community come out. You know, we have almost 100 vendors. We got a bunch of stuff going on. We got special guests. We got seminars, classes. So let's give everybody in jiu-jitsu and beyond like a really good event to go to every year where they're going to make new memories and, you know, keep them for a lifetime.
Yeah, man, my kids love it, man.
Yeah.
My kid last year, he came back with a bag full of free stuff.
Oh, yeah,
they gave him a whole thing. I don't know if it was Prime Juice or something, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man.
Like a 20-pack.
Yeah. I usually have stuff in my garage for like, I got to give it away sometimes. I'm like, man, I got so much stuff. But, yeah, man, there's companies there. Man, they really hook everybody up with some cool stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna go.
And some good tips, man. There's like a lot of the people that work for these companies, like they're like fitness pros, and you know, they're there to help. They're there to promote their products, but man, they talk to you about your goals, like what you're trying to do. You can get some really good input from a lot of these companies that are on site.
Yeah, man, I loved it. I got a massage last year. We had a chiropractor crack me up.
Yeah,
it was pretty
man.
neat, man.
That's part of the vision too of FitFest is, you know, there's a lot of services you can get that you'd have to go 10 different places for. You know, from physical therapy to chiropractic, massage, you know, acupuncture. Like, we have all these professionals that are literally, you can go to under one roof and save yourself probably, like, you know, a couple days of appointments and things like that. Yeah. So that's kind of the other vision with FitFest, is to be like, hey man, come. And then if you really like it, something really stands out to you more than something else, like, yeah, then you can go back. That worked for you, and maybe you can go back to that in the future, you know, after the event, and, you know, keep up with your services there.
So what are you trying to do with with FitFest in the future? What sports do you have going on this year?
This year, so far, we have Olympic weightlifting. We have 2 different Olympic weightlifting events. One's a charity event that the proceeds go to cancer research.
Oh, nice.
And then one's a competitive USA weightlifting event. So we have that one. We actually have the U.S. current reigning Olympic gold medalist coming out. Her name's Olivia Reeves.
Oh, nice.
She's not competing because, I mean, she would blow everyone out of the water. But she is going to lift. She's going to be a special guest at FitFest, and she is going to lift on Sunday. So,
that's cool.
You know, with the super fights and Olivia Reeves alone, like, you definitely don't want to miss Sunday at FitFest. But we also have the powerlifting state championships both days.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's cool.
Yeah, this is their like 4th year there, and they put on a good show. I mean, we see some raw strength. That's where it's at. We have the CrossFit event. We have an individual and team event going on over the weekend. We have bodybuilding. Obviously, we have jiu-jitsu. We have strongman. individual and America's Strongest Team. So this is like a new, a new United States strongman. Like, I don't want to call it a concept because it's no longer a concept. It's actually happening. So like U.S. Strongman is starting a team division where there's like 2 pairs team up instead of just single. And so it's the first event is at FitFest, and they're going to have the nationals there next year.
And so what, they pick like 5 guys each team, and they see how much weight they can.
So like you got 2 guys. There's 2 guys, and then you have like a total weight limit. So like if your weight limit is like it goes in kilograms. So if your weight limit's like 180 kilos, like one guy could weigh 100 kilos and the other guy could weigh 80, and then you don't go above the limit.
Oh, okay, yeah. So just they do that in like quintuplets and stuff like that. You've seen that, right, Phil? Yeah, they do that in jiu-jitsu. They'll put 5 guys together, give them $1,000, 1,000-pound weight, limit, and I like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. So that's going down Sunday too,
cool,
right?
Yeah.
So that'll be going on pretty close to the jiu-jitsu event on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
So again, another cool event to come check out Sunday. Yeah, man. Yeah, and then obviously we got a ton of classes and seminars.
No
and things
arm
like
wrestling.
That. No, this year they actually had something scheduled.
That's
like
right.
the week before.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, man. I actually enjoyed that.
We might. I mean, you never know. There's going to be a couple things added, so we'll see. We'll see if a different arm wrestling promoter wants to hop back in.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool, man. Yeah. I used to watch that.
Over the top. Over the top. Yeah, man.
I was obsessed with that movie. It was like the only VHS we had.
Yeah.
So I think I saw that movie like 162 times.
Yeah. No, I wanted to get like a weight stack in my truck now and just be like, working out while I'm driving.
That was the man back in the days, man.
Yeah, no, that was a good movie. They had some pro wrestlers in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a day for sure.
So FitFest is on August 16th and 17th.
Yeah.
Right? And next year is what days? You don't have a date yet for the World of
WOD Wars, Workout of the Day.
Why do I keep messing that up? I keep trying to call it something.
No, it's usually it's in April. This was actually our 10th year doing it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really? Damn.
So it was our 10th year, and we had the stadium, Raymond James, and so a little different when dealing with a venue like that. So I gotta wait a little bit to find out on dates for that. But yeah, the goal would be to probably have it in April again.
Yeah, we went over there, man. I love that. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was
I'd
cool.
love to do an event there, but it might have to be like an invitational or something like that.
Yeah,
because I was trying to figure out where we would be and stuff like that.
It's definitely a logistical beast.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's
I don't know how you do it.
There's no easy way to do that place. But the staff there was awesome. I can't complain. I was expecting them to be a little hard to deal with, but man, they were great. So yeah,
that one's gonna be fun too. And that one, it's pretty much the same thing, right? Or is it just CrossFit?
Historically, it's been just CrossFit, but this year for the 10th year. And we had the stadium. We roped in a couple other events, so we did have strongman, powerlifting, and arm wrestling in addition.
Yeah, I saw this arm wrestling, man.
I tried to get you to do jiu-jitsu.
I tried, man. I was really nervous about it being outdoors.
It is, it's outside, but I mean, weather is one thing. It's hot. I would say the heat's the most concern, but yeah, we've been doing that event outside for 10 years, and we knock on wood have never had an issue with like rain or thunder or anything like that. But yeah, it gets hot.
Well, I'll tell you a story, right? The first Jits King, we were going to have it downtown Tampa in Ybor City, and half of it was it's like an art place now.
Yeah.
But half of it was outdoor and half of it was indoor. And we were going to build out the stage. It was going to be awesome. But then about a month before the event, I went to a wedding that was supposed to be outdoors. Man, this storm came up.
Yeah.
It was horrible, man. I was thinking, holy crap. I mean, the poor bride was in tears.
Yeah.
Like it was ruined. The whole thing was
What
ruined.
time of year was that?
April.
Yeah.
And that's
well, you never know.
that's what freaked me out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh man, maybe.
No, I mean it's. I mean it is you start getting into outdoor events, like that's the risk you take. But also, you know, there's not too many events that are like that where it's like, hey man, this is, you know, this is different than this is the only place where we can get something like this, right?
Right.
And so, that's kind of what it is for me. And doing it at Raymond James was another, you know, another cool thing.
What a cool venue, man.
Yeah, well,
I was hanging out by the pirate ship thinking,
oh yeah, we had the pirate
cool
ship.
would it be?
No, it was cool, and you know, to be honest, like that the other venue I had is like a big community center in Dunedin.
Okay.
And we've had it there every year. But like the hurricanes that happened in the fall, they actually wrecked the venue. The city, because it's on the coast, and they used the venue for like a garbage holding site, and like it was kind of, you know, touch and go there whether I can do it or not. And you know, I started, you know, pulling some strings, making some contacts, and Raymond James just happened to come through like at the last minute. I was about to cancel it, and they're like, "Hey, Chris, we got a date for you." And I was like,
how cool is that, man?
Serious? And so that's how it happened. Yeah.
That's a pretty neat venue. I'm hoping we can get it done next year.
Yeah.
You know, or at least work something out. If you get another place, we'll figure it out.
I'm hoping we can get it done next year.
Yeah, man, I would love it.
I do want to keep it at Raymond James, actually. So
yeah, that'd be a cool place, man. You know, the kids, we've always had like the events at really cool places, man. We got really lucky with that. We were gonna have it at a castle one time.
Oh wow,
no lie, bro.
That's cool.
See that castle? See that castle right there, up there?
Yeah.
We were gonna have it at that castle.
Where's that at?
Austin, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some guy calls me. He's like, "Hey, man, I own a castle. You know, can you have an event here?" So me and Enrique went out there. It was amazing, bro. We had the time of our lives. But then a couple of days later, guy turned out to be a crook. Started finding out. People just started getting in contact with me little by little. Like, hey, this guy, you know, he was supposed to do this camp, and we paid $500. He never paid me back. And I was like, really? He seemed like such a nice guy. You know, he's a millionaire, you know? So I called him about it. Oh, yeah, don't worry. I'm going to take care of it, blah, blah, blah. I give him a couple days. I call the girl that contacted me. I say, hey, I haven't heard anything from him. I call him back, right? So now I know something's a little weird, right? Because he's ghosting me.
Yeah.
You know? So we had already given this guy a lot of money, you know? And I got really upset. And finally, when I got in contact with him, I told him, I said, look, man, if you don't give these people their money back, I'm going to pull out of the event. And he didn't believe me. He was like, whoa, I'll keep your money. Da, da, da. You know? Next day, call a couple people, because it ended up being like a couple dozen people that we knew. You know what I'm saying? And I told the guy, I said, look, we're gonna get another venue. And it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Getting another venue.
That kind of stuff happens a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
You know, because it went with our theme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the castle was amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It would have been
Was it really
cool.
his castle?
Yeah. So I'll tell you the story. What a weird story, right? So his parents, his dad was like some kind of an engineer, and he used to go for the summers overseas, and he used to go to the black market, get all this cool stuff, right? Well, him and his wife went to visit a castle somewhere in Scotland or something, and I guess they loved it so much, he turns to her and he says, I'm building a castle. So he goes home, puts his poor kids to work, you know? So he's telling me the story. He's like, bro, I hate this castle. You think this is cool? Bro, I hate this castle. I was like, why? He's like, it's my life now, but you don't understand, Eddie. I never lived in the castle. My mom and dad did, you know, because by the time we finished building it, we were already adults, you know what I'm saying? We had a resentment for the castle because we lived in a nasty little trailer behind the castle wearing Walmart shoes and stuff. Building, me and my brother building the castle. Every brick you see, me and my brother did it. And I was like, damn. He's like, yeah, I hated this castle growing up. He says, it's cool now, you know what I'm saying? Now that me and my sister own it. Yeah. But I said, when we were kids, we hated this castle.
Yeah, I bet.
We were known as the castle kids and stuff, you know?
Yeah, sounds like a lot of labor.
Yeah,
for no pay.
Somehow he turned out to like have some kind of like, I guess, money flow problems or something. I really don't know. But we pulled out, got a different venue, which was a nightmare. Turned out to be a great event, though.
Wow,
So,
that's usually how it happens. I mean, like the good things, come right after a bad thing. So yeah, that's usually what happens.
Yeah, it was a weird story, but it was, it was fun, man. It was like we only stayed there one night, right? And I got the king room, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I hear, right? So I open the door, and it's him and Enrique, my business partner. And I'm like, what's up? And he's like, hey, I want to show you guys something. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go throw on a shirt, right? And he takes us to this room, right? He opens the doors. It's double doors. And, bro, artifacts. It was like maybe 3,000 square feet of artifacts, right? And he's showing us. And he's like, yeah, that's probably about 2,000 years old. Bro, he had a dinosaur head. It was only like that big. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Dinosaur head, man.
Why'd he show you at 1 in the morning?
Well, we got there late. We were only there for one day. You know what I'm saying?
I just came and woke you up randomly.
No, so, he's showing us. And he tells us, you know what the sad thing is? That my dad used to come back, and when he used to come back, he used to line us up, the kids, and he used to tell us stories about everything he bought, and everything had a story and an age, and you think we paid attention to anything he said? He said, I don't know anything about this stuff. And he was like, that's the sad part. You know what I'm saying? Because I've got all these, this is like probably 3,000 years old. I have no idea. I don't even know where it's from,
Yeah, that's wild.
He was like, so I thought that was pretty cool. But it was a unique experience, I'll tell you that. Stayed at the castle. It was pretty neat, man.
Cool.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, man.
Jiu-Jitsu has done some really cool stuff for me.
Yeah. You guys got a good program, and that was a good. What did I call you or email you?
I have
when we first got started.
Probably emailed.
Yeah. So I was looking for. I wanted to add. I was just looking to grow FitFest, so I wanted to add. I want to add another event, and I think I contacted a few places. I think a few places might have gotten back to me. But yeah, no, I think you came through, and I could tell you were a little skeptical at first because you were like, you have enough space. We usually bring in, 500 people or 1,000 people, and I was like, yeah, man, we're good.
I was a little nervous.
I know. Well, I was a little nervous too to work with you because I'm like, does this guy run a good event? Because I feel like. We look for the all-stars of promoters, the people that is stuck with. We've had some, we've had some bad promoters, but the people who've stuck with FitFest that have been there for a while, we have like the all-star promoters, the powerlifting guys, the state and national chair for powerlifting, the strongman guy is the state chair for strongman. The Olympic weightlifting guys, he's a big-time national coach. So, you guys run a good show, and we're glad that we have another, all-star promoter to put into the event because that makes a big difference.
We're glad too, man. You really make things easy for us, to be honest with you.
Yeah, man,
You're pretty easy to work with compared to anybody else that we have worked with. So, and you're always trying to help us, which is so amazing, man. I think we're gonna be together for a long time. When we got to FitFest, I remember me and Enrique's excitement, like, this is so cool. We just didn't think it was gonna be like that.
Yeah, no,
it was way cooler than we imagined.
My sister came for the first time last year. She lives in Ohio. My mom used to live down here when she moved back to Ohio, but she's kind of our staff mom. She brings food and stuff. But the first time she seen it, she was like, "What are all those semi trucks doing there?" I'm like, "Mom, that's equipment." And so my sister came last year and seeing it for the first time. It's always funny when someone sees it for the first time, especially someone a family member. I try to explain. I even maybe show them a video or something. But when they actually come down and see it, it like blows their mind.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
So my sister, like, I remember maybe halfway through, she comes out, she like grabs me, she's like, Christopher, like, I can't believe that you did this. Like, this is insane. I just want to tell you that you are so cool. I'm so happy you're my brother. And I'm like, hey, I mean, I was cool before this. Like, but anyways, no, it is funny to see their mind blown. But it's cool. It's really, it's really not me. It's like, I give a lot of credit to the team that I work with, and the team being you too. But I have like a lot of helpers. I have a lot of good sponsors, and then it's really like the people are my team, like the people who come and support it. So like we just built a really good group of people, and a lot of it starts at the top. It starts with me, you, the people who are running it being good people, to their athletes, to their sponsors, and all that trickles down into the people who walk in. Yeah. And so, like, when you have that kind of, energy and that kind of chemistry, then you get something really special, and that's kind of how FitFest has grown.
Well, we're very excited, man.
Yeah.
August 16th and 17th, jiu-jitsu. We're gonna have bodybuilding. What else? CrossFit.
Powerlifting, strongman.
Yeah,
Olympic weightlifting. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
Well, Chris, it's great to get to know you a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming by.
No problem.
August 16th and 17th, we're going to blow it out the water, baby.
All right, man.
All right?
Yep.
Thank you, brother.
Yep.